We got Mecha Robots and Paragon Dead news coming up next for this week's Free-to-Play Weekly. Coming at number 5, Overwatch 2 fans can welcome back Bastion with open arms. Bastion was taken off the roster along with Torbjorn after the two characters had some bugs that needed to be refined. Before Bastion's rework, Bastion mains had complete control of the battlefield for a brief period of time in Overwatch 2, as the character's ultimate rocket launcher attack was nearly infinitely spammable with precise button input during its windup. Blizzard announced that both Bastion and Torbjorn will return to the roster next week on October the 25th. And coming out at number 4, speaking of robots, if you like mechs and you like The Legend of King Arthur and you're a fan of team-based arena shooters, then you may want to check out the brand new game Galahad 3093. The game, currently in early access on Steam, went free to play this week, and in it, players pilot mechs known as lances, each with the embodiment of an iconic character from Arthurian legend. Players can choose from 8 different mechs, including Morgan, Alwyn, Mordred, and even Arthur himself. Each boasts its own abilities inspired by their own namesake. And of course, the devs have taken some liberties with their inspiration, however, as Arthur can call in an orbital strike named the Excalibur. The lances are also customizable, allowing players to play with their stats and weapons and more and to create the best loadout for themselves. And that doesn't stop at the technical aspects either. Players can also add their own personal customizations such as paint jobs, holographic banners, and nose art. Players can compete on several different battlefields, including the frozen moon of Europa and worm-infested canyons in an industrial complex. You can team up with 11 other players and engage in 12v12 mech combat, which does seem a little bit overkill being with mechs and all, but it does promise to bring some chaos. And coming in at story number 2, this week, Tower of Fantasy players can now hop onto the game's first major update, the Vera expansion. This update is available to download via the official site, Apple's App Store, Google Play, and of course, Steam. The new expansion introduces 2 new environments to the game, the Desert Gobi and the cyberpunk city of Mioria, located at its center. Both locations are filled with new missions, events, monsters, and plenty of other challenges for players to take on. Players will also find new vehicles and weapons as they explore. Also introduced in this expansion is the playable character Ruby and her spark weapon. Ruby is a mobile character with the ability to dive, dodge, and more. And coming in at number 2, once again, the Festival of the Lost is underway in Destiny 2. During the event, which ends on November the 8th, players will put on spooky and silly masks and complete challenges in the haunted sectors in order to get treats. These treats in question include the new legendary sniper rifle Mechs and the community-chosen mech-themed armor ornament set. There are also cosmetics that can be unlocked using the Festival of the Lost event card. And finally, coming at number 1, your biggest story of this week. A few months after Strange Matter Studios announced Fault Elder Orb would come to Epic Games Store and become a free-to-play game for its digital store and Steam, the devs have revealed that the Paragon-esque third-person MOBA will shut down on November the 1st. This news came from Fault's official Discord by community and PR director Ryan Red, stating Fault Elder Orb will be shutting down servers on November the 1st. According to his post, which you can view on Twitter, the devs were fighting hard for the past few months to avoid this outcome. They even stopped paying themselves while continuing to work, but the reasoning for Fault's demise is a familiar story. The devs attempted for years to get Fault into a place worthy of the industry. The official website for Fault the Elder Orb recaps the same sentiments for those who have contributed to the project and thanks its fans for giving them a chance. And that moves us to the question of the week. With what seems to be so many Paragon clones coming out and apparently dying soon after, let me know in the comment section below which was your favorite. Was it the original Paragon, or was there a new variation of it that you really enjoyed? Or did you never play a Paragon or give it a chance? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And these are your top 5 stories for this week's Free-to-Play Weekly. Don't forget to check out MMOBomb.com for giveaways and the latest news. My name's Ethos, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, everyone.